Brought to you in association with Parker Racing. This is the Pitbike 140 stock group making their way out onto the track for the formation lap. The Group A riders, so some of the top riders in British mini bikes. This is the final race of the block, and it's always the one that never fails to deliver on action. Plenty of top established riders out in this one. We go through, of course, to our second block of racing right after this. And there we see the number 7 of Chase Collymore, heading a group of riders up towards the top of the Christmas corner. Number 97 in there, Jim Lovell as well. Another rider to look out for. And as we say, we haven't got the lap times from qualifying, unfortunately. We've got this glitch at the moment, so you'll have to bear with us. But needless to say, there's quite a few top riders in this one who'll be looking forward to getting out on a familiar circuit and very competitive race in store.
Absolutely. You've got to look at the likes of Ben Lord, Rhys Stevenson, Jim Lovell. Will Lathrop's going to be in the mix there, of course, as well. Rhys Stevenson, Ty Kinton, Joe Woodward and Chase Collymore, all right there up at the sharp end. There's a lot of big names from the Rich Energy British Mini Bikes. Parker Racing, Pitbike Stock 140 Group A. These are the guys that always give us plenty of drama and action. There's been plenty of season finale in these that are perfect enough to make any best of British motorsport show reel in any spectrum at all. So these guys will give us plenty of entertainment and drama. The championship battle obviously is still very close after the 2 weekends at Ella Park and Lydd as well, and that's going to give us plenty of talking points. It's still very even up at the front end of the field, but with Rhys Stevenson doing all the right things at the moment towards the qualifying session, he's right up there in the midst on the second row with Will Lathrop. Lord and Tyres have set the early pace, but that means that they're just playing catch-up after a difficult opening start to their championship campaigns.
So the last few riders now making their way around the course onto the grid for the formation lap, and we'll be on the way very shortly with these really competitive riders, and all looks to be a very close race in store as the riders make their way through. I think there's just one rider left behind actually in the waiting zone, so it's a case of making sure we're all ready to go.
Well, Dom Herbertson technically leads the championship up at this point, the number 11 bike, but Jim Lovell and Ben Lord are very close to him. Only 2 points between them after a very competitive opening first 2 weekends. So this is where the real face of the championship can really play hands here. Dom Herbertson not here this weekend, so it basically opens the door to Jim Lovell, Ben Lord and Ryan Tyres to really start to make the rafters rock here in the title battle.
And of course there was that collision with Lord and Lovell at the previous round at Lydd, which really has opened up the championship somewhat. That first moto, it was a pretty hefty tumble. Both riders perfectly okay and sporting about it, but that really has blown the championship wide open. The last few riders now making their way onto the line. I think we are ready to go actually. So Lord on the inside, Rhys Stevenson also well placed in around I think about 3rd, 4th position there, it looks like. So they are looking like they're ready to go, and in association then with Parker Racing, Group A is about to get underway. The flag is about to be raised. Pitbike Stock 140. Here we go then. So Ryan Tyres, Ben Lord, Jim Lovell riders to look out for amongst others. And away we go. Down the inside goes the number 1 of Ben Lord. Ryan Tyres in 2nd place. Stevenson 3rd. And squeezing down the inside there. Now, was that John Buckle or... No, it was the 97 actually of Jim Lovell. Here they're going to Christmas for the first time. Great move down the inside there, though, from Rhys Stevenson. Very aggressive opening few corners, and Stevenson's got away well.
Yeah, Lovell and Lathrop very close together to connecting on the way out of Crook. So I think Lathrop discretion the better part of valour as they came through the right-hander. But this is a very even and open contest already as the top 6 riders come through. And it is still Lord just in front of the 55 of Ryan Tyres. But you've got a very interesting squabble developing behind. Is this going to be the move for the lead already?
Stevenson down the inside, had that one weighed up going into boot. Very fast on the exit, and Stevenson takes the lead nice and early from Lord. It looks like the 55 of Ryan Tyres in 3rd position. Will Lathrop well placed as well. The 226 just ahead of the number 9 as they make their way up towards Christmas once again. But Stevenson, a great start to the race. Lord's going to try and fight back into Christmas corner, but not too close to make the move down the inside. On the edge of the top 10, there's John Buckle, number 20, battling away with the 84 Ben Clucas through Christmas corner. Down towards Ashby we go once again, and trouble here in the midfield. 2 riders down on the approach to, well, that's actually in Christmas corner, the 221 And
that's Luis Collado.
Collado.
Luis Collado's gone down. Was it the 51 in there as well?
55, I think it was, that went down. Two riders colliding under braking. Both seem to be okay, and just checking that they're checking each other out. They're all both okay, those riders. The race goes on as the two riders pick themselves up, still with Stevenson leading the way, charging around that final corner. You get this quick drone footage there showing you how quick the circuit is as the 55 of Ryan Tyres starts to close up on Lord now as they go to Christmas corner. Is he going to try and make a move down the inside? He is. Snatches the apex, and now of course he's got to guard the exit of that corner as one of the fallen riders moves to one side of the track. So the 55 of Ryan Tyres up to second place, Lord in third, Lathrop fourth. All very close, and at the moment the race leader Stevenson can't shake these riders off at the front. It's all very close indeed. There's Stevenson, and all of a sudden it looks threatening in second place.
So this is going to be tight all the way through because you've got 3 or 4 riders here now dueling for position. Lathrop, after his little squiggle on the opening lap, is now starting to get himself back up into contention again in 4th place behind Lord, and then in 5th place there, really starting to tighten in behind them. Jim Lavelle has not really dropped off the pace at all, so you've got these 5 riders very close in together. Stevenson having a little bit of a twitch there on the throttle. Tyres could get him.
Tyres maintaining the power out of the corner up towards Christmas corner. Is he close enough to go for the outbraking maneuver? Not quite, and he's got to be careful here because Ben Lord is on his tail now. Tyres sweeping on the outside, going to try and cut down the inside into Ashby. He's going to be late on the brakes.
That's very late on the brakes. They're both going to trip wide if they're not careful. Lord's going to get up the inside again into second, and now make a move for the inside line, and that's really compromised Stevenson. He's down to 4th now behind Lord and Lathrop.
Proper block pass there from Ryan Tyres. Stevenson stands up in the corner and loses position. So Lord up to second place. But you can't certainly write off Stevenson. He's still very much in the mix. So Ryan Tyres, brave move through Ashby. Textbook block pass manoeuvre there, takes the lead. But Ben Lord in second place as they cross the line. Looks like Lathrop's still there in third, and Lathrop seems quick now. Looking at Stevenson there, very quick into oblivion, but seems to lose a little bit of time on the exit as Lord tries to find a line down the inside and makes the move. So another leader, Ben Lord this time. Lathrop looks threatening in third though. Here he comes down the hill towards Ashby, and is he going to try the inside? Not quite close enough as Tyres goes. Oh, now Ben Lord I think drifted wide under braking there.
Yeah, he made the mistake into Ashby, and that's dropped him to third place, and now Lathrop's got a real crack at the lead in behind Tyres. So this is going to get interesting and spicy again for Lathrop in second place. He's been working his magic all the way through this race, as low as 5th at one stage, now getting himself back up into second place. This is about Tyres now, just holding focus at the front end of the field here. Lathrop in second, Lord in third still from Stevenson and Lovell, and these 5 absolutely bolted together. This is the glorious race we were hoping for. Goodness me, 4 wide further back into Ashby.
Close in the midfield there. It's incredibly close battle here throughout the field as the midfield runners make their way through, heading down towards Boot as we look at the leaders once again, and looks like Lathrop has taken the lead.
He's done it, yeah, he's done it. He started that move up at Crook and Oblivion. He basically kept the throttle open around the outside, managing to get into the braking point for Christmas, and has now hit the front. So Lathrop is your leader. A fantastic drive, as low as 5th on the opening tour. Now he's up in first place. Really good effort.
So Lathrop, your new race leader, but Tyres maintaining the exit speed out of the corner as they go towards Boot. Is the drag race into Boot, but Lathrop's got the line and will hold on to the lead. Let's see what Tyres can do now. He's going to try and cut down the inside into the final corner. Oh, he stands it up down the inside.
Oh dear, they almost clattered into each other. This is easily the race of the day thus far, as Lord tries to slice up the inside of Tyres to get back on terms in a second place. But he's got better purchase on the throttle. He's going to draw alongside. He actually cuts across the white line slightly. Stevenson's going to do the both.
Inside. Oh, he's very late into the corner there, but can't quite get the advantage down the inside. This is all going to benefit Lathrop at the front.
Well, Lord has gone into second. That's the crucial one. Lord did manage to get the move done there on the inside. And Stevenson has gone through to second. Lovell gets spat out.
Just caught the back wheel of Stevenson there, gets stood up and stays on the bike though, of course. That was very close not to tumble down the track. Lord's got the momentum going into Boot. Nice line out of the exit and sweeps around the outside of Ben Lord. Here we go into the top corner. Let's see if Lathrop can fight back down the inside into the final corner. Nice exit there through heel and takes the lead once again. It's all about exit speed at the moment. We've still got Ryan Tyres in third, Stevenson watching in fourth. And let's see who gets the better line, the better drive up the hill. Lord looks quick out of the corner there. He's going to try and find a gap down the inside. Not quite though, with Lathrop holds on to the position. Here they come down towards Ashby once again. It's almost like slips, like a drag race almost. It's all about the exit speed at the moment.
Yeah, this is all about elbows and ego at the moment. Who's got it in spades to be able to hold the driver to the apex in the braking zone? Because they've all got about as much one-lap pace as each other here. Lord has got plenty of momentum. Tyres has got plenty of aggression. And you've got to say that defensively, this is a really solid ride from Lathrop, because he's got two very hard-charging riders in behind him. Lovell has lost total momentum there in 5th position. Stevenson is struggling to maintain the gap now to the 3 riders up front. Oh, goodness me, a big mistake there from Lathrop out of the final turn. Almost caught the cone on the outside of the curb, and that could have been very difficult for him. That would have unsettled the bike completely, as now Lord has got another good run. Lathrop choosing the inside line to defend. Lord is going to try and sweep by, squeeze the throttle to cover on the exit, and this could be an overtaking move into Ashby.
Here they come down the hill then once again. They are closing up on tail enders as well. That could be another factor in the closing part of the race. Lathrop guarding the outside on the exit as Lord looks down the inside. He kept the momentum up, and down the inside we go. Now let's have a look at Tyres as well. Will sneak through. This is where Lord seems quick, but Ryan Tyres has got a good drive out towards Boot. Going to try and keep the momentum up through Boot now. Very slow technical part of the track here, but it's important to keep the momentum going. Tyres having a peek down the outside. He's going to shadow on the back wheel here. They are closing up on tail enders. Here they come through Oblivion. Tyres just shadowing the back wheel. Going to try and get a good exit, but Lathrop looks threatening in 3rd as they make their way up the hill towards Christmas once again. Drag race down the inside. They're slipstreaming. It's all close, but Lord holds on to the position. And let's have a look down the track now towards Ashby. They are closing up on back marks as well.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get very tricky. You've got 3 incredibly feisty riders on the limit of adhesion as they try and get on the undercut of these back markers. There's almost certainly going to be one of these 3 riders compromised from now on, because they're in their own little battle. They're trying to get in the undercut of a slower rider, and there you go. Now Lord is trying to take Tyres with him, but also try and lose the guys behind to essentially get them tucked in behind another competitor. It's really caught out the man in 3rd place. Lathrop has lost a little bit of momentum, but he gains it straight back. He gains it straight back as now Lord is having to tiptoe his way past. They've all just about kept
Lathrop
that one in.
Squeezing through there.
Dear oh dear.
You can see the lappers as well. Once Lord gets through, they see the number 1 plate. They know they're coming through. You can almost see him checking their shoulders there. So it is allowing 2nd and 3rd just to tail on here and get through. Because once the leader gets through, somebody's gone. Somebody's almost in Northampton there, I think.
Yeah, it's Reading.
Reading's off, but rider's okay. Completely cooked the brakes there into Christmas, I think.
This battle's got so much coming, hasn't it? It's not done yet. As up the inside, Lord is defending.
That's one of the fallers from earlier on. So Lord, here we go. We've got the timing back now, as you can see on the screen. So
it has
Lord
come back,
Tyres.
thank goodness.
And look at this midfield scrap here, though. They're all battling for position now. Of course, they're not too far ahead of Ben Lord, the race leader. So this is going to be the last lap any moment now. Here we go. So this battle we're looking at now, 77 in there. This is the Pearson in 17th place, all battling in the midfield. They're going to come into the attention of the race leader very shortly. With 1 lap to go, Lord still leading, but Tyres and Lathrop still very much contenders in this one.
This is going to be tricky. You've got to time this one absolutely spot on, Ben. This is not going to be easy to slice, because you've got 4 riders absolutely at each other's throats in front. You can't afford to back down off the chase either, because you've got Tyres and Lathrop still incredibly close to each other. Was that a move? Was that a move on the inside
close.
of Lord there?
I think it might have been, because they are closing up on this midfield group. It's tight. This is too close to call here. Tyres still leading, as battling for the lead, you should say.
Let's look back. Let's look back, because this is where it's all kicking off. Lord is in the midst of it all. Is Lord going to be able to hold it to the line?
It's going to be close. Lord just 0.6 of a second covering the top 3 riders. They encountered traffic on the final lap, but Ben Lord barely by the front width of a front wheel there takes the checkered flag from Ryan Tyres. Lathrop 3rd, Stevenson a little bit further behind in 4th, with Lovell rounding out the top 5. And there we see exhilarating race, and having to deal with lappers in the midfield on the final lap. And as we said before, of course, those midfielders, they've got, sportsmanship is to let the leaders through, but equally they've got their own race to run as well, so it's going to be tough.
Well, that's it. And the riders they were in the midst of there, they were only battling for about 13th, 14th position, so they didn't actually lose a massive amount of time. But at the same time, you've obviously got riders out there who want the position, so they're not going to give way. So it takes a massive amount of calm and discipline from the leading 2 riders there to make sure they don't get themselves caught up in anything silly towards the end of racing there, because that could have been incredibly messy. But they managed to get out of it. Lord gets the win from Tyres and Lathrope, so it's very nicely done. Without a doubt, the race of the day. But now that the sun's coming out again, the clouds are pushing away, these second races should be even faster.